Hey everybody, I wanted to do a quick rundown on StableOne. I want to talk about three things. We'll go through the white paper, and then we'll go through the interface, and I'll talk to you and tell you about how it works, how the interface works, and then we'll talk about some possible strategies that you could use. Because I know there's a lot of questions on how this works and what the best strategy is. And just know this isn't financial advice. I do not give financial advice. Everything should be based on your risk level, and you can come up with your own strategy. Don't feel like you have to go with one of mine because it's all based on your investment strategies and your risk level and how you feel it would be best for you in your portfolio. Okay, so let's get into it. First, let's jump to the white paper. StableOne, it's like it says, it's a hybrid ROI DApp. It runs on the Polygon network, so it's all about Matic on this one. It has some, yeah, because it's on Matic, the transaction fees are way less than like Ethereum. It's an ROI DApp, so it's a high risk, high return DApp. So I mean, when it talks about 7% back, it's pretty high return. But with that, it's also it's funded through other investments coming in. So you have to understand that there's a high risk there. The portfolio or the contract balance could go to zero, and you could get nothing after a short time. But the team here, they're really looking to to benefit from this for 7 months or more. I know they have some other things that they're announcing soon, and some of the mechanisms in place are really good for continued returns on the long term. So let's talk about this, the mechanics. It's very simple. I mean, you decide on how much you want to put in. Just know that once you put in that, whatever you put in, you can't just turn around and take it out. This isn't staking. You're not putting it into a liquidity pool. Once you put in your deposit, you cannot just withdraw it in a day or two. Your principal and your returns come based on daily returns. So you can't just put in a lump sum 2 days, take out that lump sum. That's not how this works. So this is kind of the most important page right here. There's the minimum amount. It's pretty small minimum there, 0.05 Matic, which is great for smaller investors. There's a minimum withdrawal amount. It's very, very low. Sometimes you can't even find gas fees that low. Of course, there's no maximum capped, and the return on investment is 7% daily. When they talk about the 7% return, you just have to know, and I'll repeat this through the video, you do not get 7% return to your wallet daily. Because part of this 7%, down here we'll talk about it, 25% of that goes back into your reinvestment, so it can compound. Whether you do that daily or weekly or whatever, however you do your strategy, but just know 7% is not going into your wallet a day. It's closer to 5.25%, which is still really good, but it's good because it compounds what you make as you go. 10%, there's a 10% tax on investment and 6% on reinvestment. That's for the team, and also the biggest part of this is it's going for marketing to try to make this thing go even longer. 21% auto investment daily. Every day you get a pop-up that says, hey, pay this gas fee, and when you accept that gas fee, it automatically puts 21% of whatever is in your withdrawable into your investment. That doesn't come out of any of your of what you withdraw. It's like an auto reinvestment bonus for holding something for 24 hours. Like I said, the 25% reinvestment on withdrawal. So every time you withdraw, 25% of that goes to the your investment, and 75% comes out and goes into your wallet. And it's got a calculator on the site that gives you a good ballpark about what you might expect. And I find that that ballpark is close if you just don't withdraw and you don't compound anything. It's pretty close on what you could expect. Referral rewards. We can talk about this later when we get to the interface. It's probably easier to see with the 5-tier system. I'll say it now and I'll reiterate it later. You have to deposit your funds first, and start your account basically on StableOne before you give your link to somebody else and then they use it. You won't get any rewards unless you have deposited first. Just be very aware of that. And then, when you refer somebody, when somebody else makes a deposit on their account, that money that they deposit, you get 5% back of that on your first tier, and you only get 5% of the first deposit on any referrals that come in. But all of that stuff goes straight to your wallet. It doesn't go into an account somewhere, it goes straight into your wallet. It talks more about the tiers, how to invest. It talks about how to set up your MetaMask wallet, which is great. Go ahead and follow these instructions. It's good to figure out how to integrate with the Polygon network. That's just kind of some basic settings there on doing that. So let's talk about the interface. When you want to invest, you're going to have your wallet. In this case, it's MetaMask, and you want to be on the Polygon network. You want to send Matic to your wallet across the Polygon network. There are sites that do this natively, crypto.com, KuCoin. Those are two that I know that you can send straight from there to your wallet for the Polygon network. And I know Coinbase, you have to bridge that into the Polygon network before you can stick it in your wallet. So just be aware of that. But once you have your Matic in your wallet, you basically just come to the home page, you connect your wallet, there'll be a button there to connect. And then here you just type in how much Matic you want to invest. Just be aware that there are gas fees. They're very low because it is a Polygon network. And then you just type in what you want to invest here. Leave a little bit light for gas fees later in your wallet, so don't do everything you have. And you click invest. It'll pop up in a window to confirm it. And once it's confirmed, if you wait 15-20 seconds, however long it takes to confirm, once that's done, you're basically invested. And then what you do is just come down here. This is your withdrawable section. This is just a small account I have. It's got almost one Matic set up in it, so it's not big. So you just basically you might want to refresh the page or something, and as soon as you invest there, this number is going to start growing from zero. It's almost immediate. Within 30 seconds to a minute, you're going to see Matic start to grow in here. This is the easiest part. I mean, you just kind of watch it grow, and you've got options. One option is you could just invest in this, let it sit for 30 days, and you're done. You can withdraw it and take your gains and move on. That's the easiest, but there's a lot of gains to be had if you want to compound and do different things. So just know that once you invest here, once you put this in here, it says 77% daily for 30 days. This is an ROI DApp, so when you put this Matic in here, that investment lasts for 30 days. So you're going to get those 7% returns every day for 30 days. And at 30 days, your initial investment goes away. You can't get that out. You get your initial investment out by withdrawing. This will grow to the point where you can withdraw your initial investment and some. And then just know that whenever you get any reinvestments, those are new deposits on your account. So those stand alone. They have their own 30-day window. So when you click withdraw here, it will pop up asking you to pay the gas fees for the withdrawal. You hit accept, and this is where what happens is this number here, 75% of that goes to your wallet. You'll get 75% sent right to your wallet, so that's 5.25% daily. And the other 25% of that number gets stuck right back in your total investment. So this increases each time you withdraw, which is great for compounding if you do that daily. So then the next day, this number will be slightly more because you compounded a little bit in here. They also have a mechanism. It's called the 21% auto reinvestment. And after 24 hours each day, when you come here, you'll get a pop-up as soon as you open the page or refresh the page, just asking you to pay a little bit of gas fees. You click accept, and 21% of whatever's sitting in here gets auto reinvested into your total. So kind of one of the best strategies is if you're going to withdraw, you might want to wait until this hits 24 hours. This has been sitting here for 24 hours because you want to get that 21% bonus to be invested here and then be free to withdraw. You might as well get the free bonus that's going to put a little bit more in your total invested. So yeah, it's very basic. I mean, it's basically invest, and then you decide when to withdraw and when to accept the 21% reinvestment bonuses. The referral system, once you invest, this link will be active, and you can send this to your friends. When your friend opens an account, deposits, you'll get 5% of whatever they deposited sent right to your wallet. It doesn't go to your account on StableOne, goes right to your right into your crypto wallet. You'll get all that Matic. And then, if they refer a friend, you'll get 3% of what they do, and on and on and on down the levels. But just know you need to deposit first into your account before they open theirs, and then you get 5% of their first deposit. You don't get anything of their second or third or any of their reinvestments, just their first deposit. This is the smart contract information. This number is the one you really just want to watch because that's the balance. That's where everything's paid from, is that contract balance. Once, if that's growing, that's very good because that means it's going to continue to, go for a long time. Others are just very interesting stats. This is almost 2 million invested. It's grown very quickly. I mean, it's only 8 days old, and it's almost up to 2 million invested. So it's going very well. Down here, it'll show your deposits. It'll show your deposit, and also any reinvestments from bonuses or withdrawals that you get will be put down here. Yeah, so that's the interface. It's very simple. I mean, it's either you invest, or you decide on when to take your 21% bonus and when to withdraw. Those are kind of the three options. You can always withdraw, and if you want to re-compound everything after you withdraw, you just come back up here and reinvest that. There's no reinvest button to just reinvest everything. So with that, I just wanted to kind of go over this sheet. It's got kind of a rundown of how this works even more. And just a kind of example I just want to run through. So first, let's say day one, you put in 100 Matic. Of course, these are zeros because that first day, that's what you did. Day two, you waited 24 hours. You come to the site. That withdrawable section right here, withdrawable, will say 7 Matic because you waited exactly 24 hours. You can wait longer. It's fine. And when you go there and there's a 7 Matic there, you'll get a pop-up that says, hey, pay this gas fee. And you're like, okay, sweet. You click accept. It's going to automatically put 1.47 back into your investment. So total investment will go up right here by 1.47 Matic. And once you've done that, you're like, hey, I want to take my profit. So when you withdraw, whatever is in your withdrawable, 25% of that will go back into your investment, and 5.25 will go to your wallet. So in this instance, 3.22 Matic will go into your investment, and 5.25 will go into your wallet. So you're basically withdrawing 5.25% every day. And then the next day, the same thing. It's just this number is going to grow a little bit because your principal is a little bit larger each day. And the same thing, you accept the 21% reinvestment, you withdraw, you take a little bit out. So yeah, it works out very well because this number just continues to grow. And if you can see this, you come down to about day 16, and that's just about 100 Matic. It's just a little past day 16, you would hit your initial investment. And you'd have that withdrawn into your wallet. And then after that, all of this is just, profit at that point. Now, what happens after day 30? You've had this in there for 30 days. You know that the investment's only for 30 days, and then it's going to fall off. What happens then? Well, all these small deposits are all on their own. They all have their own 30-day window. They're all separate from your original deposit. So if we go to day 31, we see that number drop off, but we still have 150.69 Matic that is principal that we can still compound. So that 100 Matic that we put in there is still gaining for us. And we can see, like the day after that, we see the ones from before, the smaller deposits in this formula, they're starting to drop off, but we're gaining new ones each day. So it continues to grow and grow and grow because, that principal is high enough that it overtakes those deposits from the previous 30 days. And they just fall off, and it just keeps growing. So yeah, that's just one investment strategy. I mean, it kind of is a way to show you how the mechanism works, but there's other ways you can do this. For instance, this is one where you just don't compound at all. You stick in your 100 Matic and you let it sit for 30 days, and you don't visit the site, you don't interact with the site at all. You come back on day 30, you accept the hold bonus, the 21% auto reinvestment, and you withdraw right after that of that 203 50.75, which is 25%, goes back into your investment, and 152.25 goes to your wallet. So your new investment principal is 93.38, and then you could do it again. And then after 2 months, you get $299 withdrawn to your wallet total. So it's like 150 Matic a month off of a 100 Matic investment. You don't even have to touch it. You don't have to come back to the site except for every 30 days. That's just easy. There's other ones where all we're doing is withdrawing daily. We're not accepting the bonus because we don't want to save on, we want to save on gas fees or something. I guess that would be helpful if you have just a very small amount and you don't want to have those gas fees. Yeah, there's just various ways that you can do this, where you can play with recompounding everything back in for a half a month, and then taking profits after that. I personally like to get my initial investment out as fast as possible, and then after that, everything else after that is profit, and I'm more comfortable with doing more risky things like compounding everything for a little while before taking more profits. So yeah, it's really up to you on how you'd want to do this. But really, just remember that withdrawals, the best way to think about this is withdrawals, you get 75% of this, everything else goes back in. Both the 21% bonus and the 25% of your withdrawal. It all goes back into your total invested. So whenever you withdraw, you're not going to get this in your wallet. You're going to get 75% of that. And also just know 30 days. Any new investment, any new reinvestment has 30 days and will stay, and you'll build off of that for 30 days. And once that 30 days pass, that investment drops off and it's gone. So the way you get your investment back is by withdrawing. And as you can see from that previous sheet, sometimes it's best to withdraw because you gain more investment if that's your strategy. But there are many other ways to do that. You can just compound your daily investment, which is a really good strategy. You could just withdraw and ignore the other one because you don't want to do fees. There's just many ways to do this. So I'm not saying to do it one way or the other. I would encourage you to get your initial investment back as soon as possible. Just know that this is very high, it's high risk, but it's very high reward. There's not very many things out there paying you 7% daily. So yeah, it's a great app. There's a great team behind it, and I know they have a lot of things planned for the future. They're creating a roadmap behind this, and they're looking to make this into a long-term DApp. So thanks, and please leave a comment. I'll also leave a referral link in the description. So if you decide you want to invest with this, please use my link, and have a great day.